I am an ENFP, and I'm going to be talking about the duality relationship with an ISTP. So I've been dating an ISTP for 4 years now, and we have a really great relationship. We complement each other really well, and we just like get along. It's easy to live together because we have that shared P function. So we're both a little bit messy and a little bit disorganized, which is kind of nice because I hate it when if you live with someone who's very clean or very on time always, they can get quite frustrated at your lack of organization, and I hate upsetting people. So it's nice that we're just kind of the same in that way. Also, as far as like functions go, we have the exact opposite first four functions. So the ISTP is TI, SE, NI, FE. Yeah, that's what it is. And then the ENFP is NE, FI, TE, SI. So kind of like that INFJ, it's like a complementary match because we have everything that's extroverted is introverted with them, and everything that they have extroverted is introverted in an ENFP. So that kind of creates a complement. But the S is sort of a nice complementary trait because it helps keep me grounded. I get really lost in possibilities and get caught up in my head sometimes. And having a sensor around is very nice because it helps me sort of like stay in the here and now and not get lost in Neverland. Also, he's like reminds me about like daily needs for humans to live, like remembering to eat food and sleep and things like that, because I forget about that sometimes. So he helps me with like practical day-to-day stuff, which is really helpful. But I don't think I could be with any sensing type just because I do have the dominant intuitive NE function as my first function. But I think why it works is because his first function is TI, and so he's done a lot of research and read a lot about subjects that I'm interested in, so we can still have that sort of like almost intuitive conversation about intellectual subjects that I enjoy, like politics or science or philosophy or religion or art or things like that. So I think that is partially why he's a sensor, but he's TI, so we just jive well. Speaking of like a sensor who's kind of intuitive, my favorite thing about ISTPs is like this weird trait that I don't even know how to describe, but they all do it, and it's really cool. It's like social navigation, I guess, where they immediately react, or like they know exactly what to say in a social situation to change the dynamic to a positive one. Like if someone's feeling uncomfortable or someone says something awkward or someone feels left out, they like can immediately react to that situation and say the right thing to change the like dynamic of the group. And it's like, seriously, that's like a superpower to me. Like I think it's so cool because I don't know how to do that because my FI, I'm just like processing it, and I don't have that quick reaction. Like I wish that I did, but I don't know what to do. Like I'll notice something's awkward, but I don't know how to do something about it, whereas the ISTP can just immediately like handle it. And they're like these undercover like leaders, like they're like laid back, like kind of observing, but then once something gets out of line, they're like, oh, I can totally like redirect this, which I think is really cool. And it just makes me feel like someone has my back, which is a good feeling, especially because I'm like pretty socially awkward and anxious, so knowing that someone like has my back if things get weird, it's like, okay, that's good. And then what else? He fixes things, I break things. It seems to work well. I feel like I'm just like talking about why I suck and he's awesome. But Did I mention that I pull out his feelings and no one else has the patience to do that? Because that's something that's beneficial for him, is that I'm really good at reading people's emotions, and so I can tell when he's upset or when something's going on, even though like no one else would be able to. And then like getting him to talk about it is literally like pulling teeth. But I have that patience because I want to know and I want to help. So I think maybe some other types would get more frustrated with that. But it's like a challenge for me because most people are so easy to read that I like get almost bored with it, but with him it's like actually a big challenge, so it's kind of annoying, but then at the same time it's also kind of like, okay, I have to like figure this out, I have to solve this puzzle, which is, you know, kind of fun. Yeah, we're both like adventurous, and we like going on adventures. I realize it's kind of redundant, but I like that he is down to just do something random and have fun, and I don't know, we like spur each other on, and we have really good discussions, and he just makes me happy. So anyways, I think that obviously like any type could be matched with any type, and it really just depends on the person, but that's my take on ISTPs with ENFPs. Leave your comments below.